Hello, my friends. Thank you for tuning in to this webinar. I'm so excited that you're back again. I know that it is going to be a phenomenal time, and I'm just really excited for you. Once again, we're going to do our famous check. I want to make sure that you can see the law of mirror. So if you can, just type and let me know that you can see this. I'm going to do that myself. Can you see my screen? Let's see. Hopefully you can. Actually, hopefully that works for you guys. We go to the chat area. Hey, buddy. Yes. See my screen. All righty. Well, we're so excited that you guys are here and that this is working very good. So let me make sure this is what is going on here. Oops, sorry. Jumped off of there. It is. Okay. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Well, we're at the place of law of mirroring, and then you can see there that it says you must see value in yourself and add value to yourself. You must see value in yourself and add value to yourself. What a great nugget there that John has put in there. So we want to focus on that tonight. The law of mirroring, mirror. We want to really focus on that tonight and help you to accomplish what you set out to do. Okay, so let's get going. Let's get going in here. Developing self. This is where it gets really critical. If you're keeping a journal, you want to write this down. You want to come to a place that you're always looking at developing yourself. Self-development is the key to one of the keys to growth. It's really helping you develop who you are. So let's look at this. I want to define your potential. What is your potential? I want you to list on a piece of paper some known barriers to your potential, to one's potential. What are some barriers from keeping you growing? It could be procrastination. It could be not enough time. It can be lack of organization. What is keeping you? What are the barriers that is keeping you from growing? What is the barriers that are keeping you from growing? What are causing you to really grow? What's keeping you from coming into that full potential? Okay, let's keep going. Let's look at this. Okay, looking at looking into the mirror, the power of positive self-esteem. There is power in positive self-esteem. Self-image and self-esteem. Self-esteem is the single most significant key to a person's behavior. It is the key. It is the key. Low self-esteem puts a ceiling on your potential. It puts a lid on your potential. Low self-image puts a ceiling on your potential, your growth. It caps you. It debilitates you. Okay. Let's discuss some ideas that people never are able to outperform themselves. It's amazing. Have you ever thought, people try to outperform themselves, but they never can outperform themselves because they have low self-esteem? The value we place on ourselves is usually the values others place on us. Oh, that's so good. That's so good, my friends. Brothers, that's so good. The value we place on ourselves is usually the value others place on us. People are placing values on us. The value we put on ourselves is the value others put on us. Okay? So we're talking about self-esteem. We're talking about looking at yourself and growing yourself. And so when we look at ourselves and grow ourselves, we truly become a person that speaks back to us, that values us. Okay, I want to encourage you. You got to value you. Let's look at this. If you place a small value on yourself, rest assured the world will not raise the price. That's so good. Let me say it again. If you place small value on yourself, just rest assured the world is not going to place, basically, really not raise the price, the value, because the world sees you how you see yourself. So if you see yourself as not valued as a guy, as a husband, as a person, a business owner, a person of influence, if you don't see yourself that way, my brothers, what's going to happen, the world doesn't see you that way. But if you begin to have a confidence, value, self-esteem, the world will raise the price and value you. Very good. Let's move on. There's that. I want you to write that down real quick. Write that down for me. Write that down. Write that down. Because you want to have value in yourself. You want to have value in yourself. Okay. So remember, I want to make sure I remind you guys of this as well, is that, remember, the core parameter framework that I love about this is that, remember, you got to learn it, live it, and lead it. Learn it, what you're learning right now, living this out, and then leading it out by walking it out, by doing. Learn it, live it, and lead it out. Lead. Okay. So now we're at that place of living it. We want to live this out. Okay. Here's some steps to building your self-esteem. Steps to building your self-esteem. Steps to building your self-esteem is quality. Here's some things. Here's some steps. Guard your self-talk. What are you speaking out of your mouth? What's coming out of your mouth? Guys, what are you saying out of your mouth that's not building you up? That's not giving you character. That's not building. What are you speaking of? You know, the scripture says that out of the mouth flows the issues out of life. James Allen wrote a great book, and it's a passage of scripture in Proverbs where it says, "So a man thinketh, so is he." James Allen's a great author. He wrote a book called "So a Man Thinketh," and then he gets that term, that passage, or that word from Proverbs. So a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. How do you think about yourself? Out of the issues of your heart flows life. Self-talk. Be encouraging yourself. Guard your talk. What are you speaking out of your mouth? Are you always saying, "I'm broke, I'm nothing, I'm worthless, I'm not a good father, I'm not a good husband, I can't do this, I'm not that"? No, you have to stop saying those things. You have to begin to build self-esteem in you. Okay? What we say about ourselves, we tend to believe. Oh, that's so good. What we say about ourselves, we tend to believe. What we believe, we tend to act. And what we act, we tend to become. Man, I'm going to tweet that out. This is so good. What we say about ourselves, we tend to believe. What we believe, we tend to act. What we act, we tend to become. What are you becoming, my friends? What are you becoming? What are you becoming? What are you speaking around your kids? What are you speaking around your sons? What are you speaking around your daughters? What are you speaking around your wife? What are you speaking out of your mouth in your business? Are you saying, we're just not finding people. We've all been there. We're just this, or we're just that. Man, something must be wrong with us. Stop saying there's something wrong with you and begin to start speaking life into yourself. Okay? Adding value to others. Adding value to others. Let me go up back here. Stop comparing yourself to everyone. Add value to others. Move beyond your own self-limiting beliefs. My friends, what is your limited beliefs? What are you not believing? You can accomplish. You can accomplish. Okay, let's keep moving on. All right. No world record was ever set before someone who said, "I cannot do this." Let me say it again. No world record was ever set by someone who says, "I cannot do this." Whether you think it, you can, or whether you can't, either way, you are right. Henry Ford said that. Henry Ford says that, okay? That's good nuggets right there. That's good, some good stuff. That's some good stuff. Pretty amazing. So let's keep going on. Let's see here. Stop comparing yourself. Hold on real quick. Someone's trying to say they're trying to get fixed there. Sorry, guys. Sorry, bear with me. I know silence. All right. So here we go. So making comparison is an amazing, powerful attraction that is really just an unneeded distraction to your potential. Let me say it again. Stop comparing yourself. Stop saying that you're not like other people. Stop saying it adds no value to you. It absolutely adds no value to you. Okay? Making comparisons is an amazingly powerful attraction that is really just an unneeded distraction to your own potential. Move beyond your own self-limit beliefs. Okay? Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you are. That's Henry Ford said that. He said that there. You see that there? I will write that, put that in a big circle there. All right? Let's keep moving on. Let me give you a couple. Charles Schwab said this. This is what Charles Schwab said this. He said this quote. He says, when a man puts a limit on what he will do, he places a limit on what he can do. Ooh, how many of you limit your family, limit yourself? Because you are the head of the family. When you're limited, then what happens is the whole family becomes limited. If you're leading a business, like we're all in an advocate business, if you're leading your team and you're putting limitations on yourself, your team gets limited. And then all of a sudden you get frustrated. My friends, you're going to have to stop limiting yourself and get with the ball and begin to say, I can do this. We're going to figure it out. Here's some deal. I'm getting fired up here. Excuse me. Get some testicle fortitude, my brothers, and begin to take this dream, this grace about you, and begin to speak life to yourself and say that you can make this happen. There are people who are dependent on you. The very moment that you start giving up on yourself, everyone that's following you will begin to give up. Think about it. Take a look back at your shoulder and say, who's following me? Would you follow your own self? Because when you begin to speak negative about things that are not taking place in your life, what happens is it breeds off, it flows down, it goes to people, it affects people. Who are you affecting with your limiting self-talk, limitation? You're limiting yourself first, and then you limit other people around you. Somebody say, man, Clyde, that's good. That's good there. That's good. That's good. That's good. Charles Schwab said it the best. He said it this again. He says, when a man puts a limit on what he will do, he places a limit on what he can do. Cool. I hope you got that. I hope you got that. Let me say it again for the third time. I ain't going to charge you for this one. When a man puts a limit on what he will do, he places a limit on what he can do. You're placing a limit on what you can do. You can do it. You can make it happen. We don't know how it's going to happen, but you can do it. Okay, let's move on. Steps to building your self-esteem. Here's some more. Steps to transformation. There you go. Yeah, thank you, Sam. Steps to limitation. It says, look at this. It says transforming, limiting your beliefs empowers your beliefs. Here's the deal. These steps that are transforming are limiting beliefs into empowering beliefs. You've got to turn it into something that is impossible, that's limited. I love how John says it. He puts it this way. He said things that are impossible, things basically that are limited, you can turn those limitations in and make them beliefs. Get out your belief cards out. I want to challenge you tonight, brothers. I want to call you to action. I want to call you, and I'm going to do this to myself tonight as well. Is that I want to call you to a place of putting some belief cards down that pertain to you, not your family, not your business, but you as a man. You as a man that's leading a community, leading a church, leading a followers, leading business. You write down areas that you need to speak life into. You are brothers that can make some things happen. You are valued. Whether you struggle with areas of struggling and grappling with areas in your life, begin to say that I can overcome those areas. Put some belief cards down. I want to have you put 10 belief statements down, and say them. Say them. Here's my email address. Here's your homework for tonight. I want you to email me your beliefs or send them a photo through a text. Either way, I want to see them. And you can email me at Clyde, CLYDEL, L100@gmail.com. Clyde L100@gmail.com. Clyde L100@gmail.com. Because every fruit has a root. Every fruit has a root, and there's negative roots in your life. There's negative roots in our thinking. There's negative roots. Okay, here's the deal. The more of a man's lust, a man only thinks about what he can get self-gratification in when he lusts after something. And I'm not just talking about sexual lust. I'm talking about things, desires. Here's the deal. Change your beliefs, the systems. Oh, this is good, my friends. It's good. So let's keep going. Identify limiting beliefs so that you want to change. Identify limited beliefs that you want to change. Determine how that belief limits you. Determine how that belief limits you. Decide how you want to act, feel, or think. Decide how you want to act or feel or think. Create a turnaround statement. Oh, man. Oh, brothers, that's so good. I'm speaking of my own self. I got to look at this my own self. I mean, woo, this is so good. Create a turnaround statement that affirms or gives you permission to act, to feel, or to think differently. A turnaround statement. That's part of your challenge. I want you all, okay? I want it Monday by Monday. Before you go to bed, this should get you fired up. What is your turnaround statement? And I want you to send it over to me. It should be a one-liner. What is your turnaround statement? What is that term? Look what it says. Let me say it again. Create a turnaround statement that affirms or gives you the permission to act, to feel, or to think differently. What is that? What is that turnaround statement? To make you to make things, to make you feel, to make you act, or to make you think. What is the turnaround statement for you? Okay, and so here's some self-esteem. I hope you got this right there. I've been leaving up on the screen. Do the right thing, even if it is hard thing to do. Guys, I'm gonna tell you. I think I said this last week. I had to do the hardest thing. I'm back in school, finishing up my degree in biblical studies and theology. Now I'm doing the work already. I've been pastoring for a long time, and in ministry for a long time. But I got a kick in the pants to get it done, to start it, and I started something and I didn't finish. And sometimes, even though you know what you know, and you're going to school to make it happen, and you've already doing the work, and then we stop. I had to make it happen. I told my spiritual father, I said, man, I could have had this done. And he stopped me right in my tracks and he said, you could have had your master's of divinity by now. And I'm like, whoa, okay, guys. And then here's the deal. So, I mean, I'm excited to get it done. I'm at a place to get it done. But here's the deal. Do the right thing, even if it is the hard thing, if it is the hardest thing. Okay? Practice small disciplines daily. Celebrate small victories. Embrace positive image for your life. Take responsibility for your life. I'm taking responsibility. I got to get schooling done. I got to get it done. And I'm telling you, as I'm reading and studying, even at night times, and it's flexible, and it's just, I mean, it's just my devotional life has went up to the next level. My devotional life has skyrocketed. Some people say they lost me. I hope you didn't lose me. Can you hear me? Somebody? I got text message they lost me. Let me see here. Let me stop here. Hopefully you didn't see. It says, I think I'm still going. Okay, can you see me? Hopefully, maybe, prayerfully. Okay, maybe Batman back in there. Let's see here. I'm on. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you. So I had to make some things happen. I had to make it happen for myself. I had to get it done. I had to make it happen. I had to cause I had to really open some areas in my life to make it happen for myself. I had to really get it done. And so, yes, it's going to be hard, but you can do it. Okay, let's move on. Let me keep teaching on this. Oh, this is so good. One of the things I want to encourage you guys is that write these couple things down. Start saying when you're talking to people or yourself, here's the thing that I want you to write down. Write some powerful I ams or I cans or I am or I'm able statements. I am able. I'm able to be a phenomenal father. I am able to lead a group of people. I am. Write down. Those are those I am statements. Begin to write down some I am statements and a turnaround statement. I am statements and a turnaround statements, and begin to say them on a daily basis. Begin to remind yourself that I ams. I'm able. I am able to hit 3-star gold. I'm able to pin 6-star ruby. I'm able to hit emerald, Milton. I'm able to have 50 frontline distributors. I'm able to recruit. I'm able to sit down with my family and lead Bible study. I'm able to develop a prayer life. I'm able to be a good leader. I'm able to begin to speak those things out. Begin to declare those things. Write 10 of them and say them on a daily basis. And watch what happens. Your belief level kicks in. Your thought process begins to move forward. Your heart begins to change. Oh, that's good. So then we have that downward spiral of the low self-image to low value, lower our values of others. So when you watch the effect that you have on things, when you have low self-image or low self-esteem, it affects other people around you, because then you have a low self-esteem or a low image about other people. Your low self-image didn't affect, or self-esteem didn't affect you. It affects other people, because you then become negative. You begin to have low expectation of others, or you have low value of others. Guys, that's powerful. Think about it. Okay? It's hard to feel bad about yourself when you are doing something good for someone else. Ooh, that's good. It's hard to feel bad about yourself when you are doing something good for someone else. I loved how John says that. John Maxwell, he says that. He says, John says this, it is hard to feel bad about yourself when you're doing good for someone else. That's good. Let me pause right there and feed you guys. Take some more notes. I want to ask you, it sounds very too simple. Let me back up. The right thing, even if it is the hard thing. It sounds way too simple, but doing the wrong thing does harm your self image, and doing the right thing does raise your image. If you can't be true to yourself, to whom will you be true to? If you can't be true to yourself, who will you be true to? Daily disciplines. Let's recap. Daily disciplines in a specific area of your life. Choose one thing that you can be disciplined in, and be disciplined. Discipline is one of the most powerful morale builders in your life. Discipline is one of the most powerful morale builders in our life. Let me ask you a question. Think about just one small area of your life which that you could practice and make a clear change, or a clear discipline, or discipline yourself to make a change. What is one thing that you can change over a period of time and do it and make a clear change, make a clear turnaround for yourself? Celebrate those small victories. Remember that. Celebrate those small victories. Once you practice specific disciplines, then celebrate that as a victory. I'm celebrating that I'm going back to school. I'm really excited. I'm excited that I'm going to finish it up, get it done, knock it out of the park, and I'm even thinking about going for a PhD, and I'm very serious. I've always been a life learner. I love it. And I kick myself. I should have got it done, but I believe in myself that when I was enrolled in school, I was not at the place where I'm at now, and I just believe it's the right timing. I don't believe it was the right timing at the time that I did it. So now is the right timing. Once you practice specific discipline, then celebrate that victory. Even small changes are good. Even small changes are changes. Ask yourself this: Are you trying to change? Do you change even a little? Did you change even a little? You ask yourself that on a daily basis. Begin to ask yourself questions. You've already succeeded. When you make a change, you've already succeeded. Embrace positive vision for yourself and for your life based on what you value. Take all your value, place them in the bucket, and pour them out for the future. I love how John says that. Place all your value in a bucket and pour them out in the future. Your value must drive your decisions for your future. Your value must drive your decisions for your future. It must. If the word you choose is not positive, then drop that word and pick up another one. What word do you always say? You always say a word. What word is that? Is it positive? Is it building you up? Is it changing other people around you? Is it belittling who you are, your manhood, your character? What word is it? What word is it? What word is it? And um and make it happen. So he says you lost me. Okay, Josh says you lost me. Is everyone? I'm still here. Can people not see me? Um, I'm still here. I think I know I'm on because I know I'm still live. I'm got some people text me saying they lost me. Maybe it's your connection. I see that I'm still on. You can hear me, Josh. Sam, can you see me? Who else? Um, Still on. Maybe it's because where I'm at. I'm doing it not in my office today. So, yeah, you're good. We can hear you. You're good. We can hear you. Can you see me? Or can you see the PowerPoint? It's all good. Okay. All right. Sorry, Josh. You're going to have to just hang in there. Let me get back to here. And so you just got to know that as we wrap this up and as we play John here for you, just to give you a fresh lens here, as we always do each week, is that if the word you chose is not a positive word, then you need to change that word. Take responsibility for your life. You take responsibility for your life. You take your responsibility for your growth. You take it. You make it happen. You make it happen. You make it come about. You can maintain your positive self-image, but only you can maintain a positive self-image. If you look in the mirror and do not see a capability, a worthy and full value, then you need to change either the reflection or get a new mirror. You need to change that, okay? You need to make that happen. So let me pop here, John on here, and we'll go to so you can hear the lecture on this. It's really good. I hope this is fast and furious for you.
The law of the mirror is the second law of growth. The law of the mirror just simply says you must see value in yourself to add value to yourself. That's a fact. You will not give yourself time to grow if you think you are not worthy of it. You've heard me teach, because I'm known for teaching the law of the lid and the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. And you've all seen me use the example of, if this is my leadership lid and this is my business, my leadership lid will hold down my business and it cannot grow beyond whatever my leadership level and my leadership excellence and my capacity of leadership is. That my lid will hold it down. So you've heard and witnessed that illustration many times. Let me just now teach it in another way. It also works in the area of self-image. If from a 1 to a 10, my self-image is a 3, what I'm able to accomplish will be a 2. I have never seen anyone consistently rise above their self-image and be successful. In fact, I have watched many people who have had success beyond their self-image and watched them literally sabotage themselves because they didn't feel comfortable, because they didn't believe that they were that good themselves. So your lid, your self-image lid, is huge. So how do you build your self-image? 4 quick thoughts. Number 1, guard your self-talk. Your self-talk is the talk that you talk to yourself every day. Every one of us talk to ourselves. How many of you talk to yourself every day, huh? Of course you do. And some of us, how many of, I mean, I even talk out, do you talk out loud to yourself, huh? I even talk out loud to myself because I'm hard of hearing, so I want to make sure I hear it. So I talk out loud to myself. We all do self-talk. Do you know the most important person you listen to all day is you? I've had people say, you know, boy, they said something to me and it really hurt my feelings. Oh, listen, the damage done by others is not near as much as the damage done by yourself. And I watch people all the time depreciate themselves, talk down to themselves. And what's sad is we not only talk to ourselves, but we listen to ourselves. No wonder the proverb writer said that words have the power of life and death. They do. Your self-talk is huge. Number two, if you really want to build your self-image, add value to others. When anybody is kind of a little bit feeling bad about who they are, the first thing I say is lose yourself by giving yourself to someone else. Add value to them. There's something that is very, very appreciating to the image of self when you are helping someone else. Number three, do the right thing even when it's the hard thing. Because again, right action equals right emotion. And number four, very simply, every day, get a win. Every day, get a win. Every day you ought to look at your schedule and ask yourself, what am I going to do today that is going to give me a win under my belt, that's going to make me feel good about what I've done, about getting up this day? I mean, where's going to be, where is my win going to be? And every day, because a lot of little wins really build self-confidence. But this is a terrific law. And basically the thesis of this law is that if you don't believe in yourself, you won't bet on yourself. So when you go up to the window of life to place your bet down on you, what do you lay down? How willing are you to bet on you? And what amazes me is I run into people all the time that are unwilling to bet on themselves, but they come to me and want me to bet on them. Can I tell you something? I wouldn't think of sponsoring you if you didn't think of sponsoring yourself first. Why would someone else bet on you when you are unwilling to bet on yourself? That whole issue of self-image is huge in the area of personal growth. Because can I tell you something? If you feel that you are worth it, you'll invest in yourself and you'll invest in the time to grow and learn the laws of growth. If you think you're not worth it, you won't invest that time.
Oh, that's so good, brothers. That's so good. That is really, really, really good. You have to understand that you can get value in you. And once you get value in you, people will begin to place more value and trust in you. Place more value and trust in you. Think about who you have to impact on a daily basis. Think about that. And think about how you can make positive changes for yourself. Think about how you can add value. How do you see yourself? And here's the deal. How you see yourself, that's how other people see you. So if they see you with low self-image or self-esteem, then and you see yourself that way, then they're going to treat you the way and see yourself the way. If you have confidence, then what happens is then people take you serious. Would you follow you? Would you bet on yourself? Like John said, would you bet on you? Would you bet on you? And so when you understand that process, what happens, things begin to take place in your life. Value begins to show. Potential comes. That value you place on yourself, others will place on you. And then here's the deal. You are getting wins. Celebrate the small wins. Look at your schedule on a daily basis. I use a thing that we have in the John Maxwell. It's called the daily activity. And it's absolutely, I use it on a daily basis. And I make sure that I add value to somebody else on a daily basis. Tonight, I'm adding value to you. You and myself, and everyone, and you who are listening, I'm adding value. Let me tell you guys, you can achieve it, okay? So next week, we're going to talk about, I believe, let me see here, the law of reflection. The law of reflection. You're learning to pause and allow growth to catch up with you. The law of reflection. And I love the law of reflection. Well, I appreciate you guys. It's just always a privilege, and I look forward to always being with you guys every Sunday evening. If this is helping you guys, I encourage you, as we said last week, to take on some coaching. Would you pay? What would you pay to get to grow? And I was just listening to a call the other week, and the lady said that she had really made the effort to grow herself, and so she got a coach. And so think about that. Think about what you want to accomplish. Would you pay for that? What would you do to grow? Think about the value that you add to other people. Always grow your law of the lid. Grow the lid. Grow you. Do you have a plan for personal growth? Do you have a plan for spiritual growth? Okay. Putting those things to practice. All right, my friend. Excuse me. All right, my friends. Well, such a privilege and honor to be with you tonight. And we're ending a little bit early. But know that your best days and your blessed days are certainly ahead of you. And I'm so encouraged to see you and be with you and to share this with you. All right. Well, take care. Have a good night. And we'll talk soon. Take care.